What is up, Heisters? Nolly here, and welcome to another Payday 2 video. As you can probably tell from my voice, I'm not feeling too well right now as I record this video, but I didn't feel I could miss the opportunity to show you guys what the Payday 2 and Hotline Miami collaboration looks like on day one of the web page's release. And there was one thing that I noticed was missing from this update. There was a distinct lack of hype and publicity. Well, they are aiming to get rid of these problems as they release one of the most awesome looking web page cartoons I have seen. It's so wonderfully stylized, but let's get on with it. I may not be quite as good at reading the voices as no, I'm actually pretty awful at all times, but let's talk about what's flashing on screen right now. Available on Steam September 30th, we knew that, but it has a price tag, $6.99. What does that mean? Well, that's the same price tag that Big Bang had. Does that mean we're going to expect the same quality? I can only imagine so. I mean, like I said, Big Bang had a lot of hype, but I think that was because it was released around E3, so we got some early footage of it. This one's been sort of quiet. There was the awesome little live-action trailer, but now we have this news. I'm excited, but it's a double-edged sword because I was thinking this would be a free update, a bit like Shadow Raid. No, turns out we're going to have to pay. I don't mind paying, and I expect it to be an excellent update, though I understand that everyone can't afford it. So, come the release of this, I'm going to be doing another giveaway, probably 2 copies this time around. It's about as wide as my purse can stretch, but just for those of you who are disappointed that it's not free because I was sort of saying it would be a free update, I feel like I'd better make it up to you guys somehow. So, let's talk about the story on day one. This is from Bane, of course. Listen up, gang. I've got a message from the dentist, and it seems he has a lead on old Hogston. Only thing is, he wants a few return favours. Hear him out. Greetings. I have devised a plan to free your companion. The first step is to apply pressure to the district attorney. This corrupt lawman has deep connections to a Russian mobster known as the Commissar. Now we are taking a look at the target map. Now, first of all, note how big it is. Obviously, we don't really have much of a scale here, but assuming those are roads, it's a pretty lengthy map, and I imagine it's also going to be a one-day mission, very similar to Big Bang. And I'm hoping, just from the look of this, we are going to be getting some more pre-heist planning. That's going to be really exciting, but one distinct feature you'll notice is a lot of separate rooms. A lot of separate rooms usually means that the mission is stealthable. Oh, and also, I think I've just noticed, that's a 3-story heist as well. So, it's got the verticality of something like Rats Day 2, and it's also got the diverse rooms and locations, such as Firestarter Day 2, for example. So, I'm really excited by what we're seeing there. As I've said, lots of wide, open spaces usually means we're going to have a loud mission, but with this one, there's a mixture of both wide open spaces and an awful lot of tight rooms, which is almost always intrinsically linked with stealth. Let's get back to the dentist. Once we have pinpointed the position of the Commissar, we can devise a plan for the next steps. Remember, only substantial damage to his interests will force him to reveal his position. So, what are we going to be doing? Killing his men? Destroying his building? We will have to see. Now, I probably won't be making a video tomorrow unless I'm an awful lot better, but just so you know, we are also getting weapons in this pack. It is, after all, the most expensive, or joint most expensive DLC they have released. We have Gage here. Come back tomorrow and I'll introduce you to a few old friends of mine. They're real nice. What does this mean? Well, are we going to get sort of Hotline Miami themed weapons? That's what my bet is on. But we might also be seeing some returning weapons from Payday the Heist, as we saw with the GL40. Now we have the masks, and I think the masks are pretty self-explanatory. We've already had one thoroughly teased as far as the rooster is concerned. I've got some great masks coming through from a new supplier who specialises in animal masks. Stay tuned. We've always had that animal theme, and I actually didn't originally realise that they were drawing so much from Hotline Miami with that, but this time we're going to get some of the fan favourites from the Hotline Miami game. If you haven't bought it already, you guys might notice in your inventory you have a 50% off code for Hotline Miami. I do advise you pick it up and play around with it. I only recently bought it, but I actually had an awful lot of fun playing through the early stages. If you haven't seen the trailer already, you can get onto it through this website, which I'm going to be linking in the description below. Other than that, when you're signing into the website, make sure to put an age there. First time I did it, I didn't bother really looking. I just clicked confirm, and oh no, that's not the right age. that is it for the first day of the Hotline Miami DLC. I hope me being a little bit ill wasn't too off-putting in the commentary, and I hope you guys are excited as I am for this DLC. Like I said, a slight disappointment, it's a DLC, not a free update, but also I'm excited to see whether we're going to see Big Bank V2, because that was a damn good heist. See you all in the next one.